It started at 2:14 a.m., the hour when most calls are noise, alarms, neighbor disputes, accidental dials. Dispatcher Maya Ortiz answered on the second ring. The line was quiet. She could hear only the faint wash of air, as if the caller stood in a hallway that swallowed sound. 911, what is your emergency? She said. A man whispered, "He's already in the house." Maya straightened. "Sir, what is your address?" Silence. A click, the soft scrape of a door. Then the man again, lower now. "Back door, kitchen light. Do not send a car yet. He'll see it." Maya muted her mic and signaled the supervisor. Open trace, silent caller, possible home invasion. She unmuted. "I need the address to help you. Are you safe?" "I'm under the table," the man said. "I can see his shoes." A faint footstep echoed through the line. Not speakerphone, close, live. Maya typed quickly. Male whisper, intruder present. "Sir, is there anyone else in the home?" "He's upstairs," he said. "She thinks I forgot my keys." "Tell me your address." A long breath. "Holland Street, number." The word cut off. Another sound intruded, a gentle chime, like a door sensor. Then the man whispered, almost to himself, "That's not my alarm." Maya's supervisor mouthed, "Trace failing." The location field flickered, 1 second downtown, the next across the river. Maya kept her voice steady. "Describe the shoes." "Construction boots, mud along the edge. He knows this house." "How do you know?" "He wiped the switch without looking." Maya felt her hairs on her neck rise. "Sir, do not speak unless necessary. If you can, tap once for yes, twice for no." A pause, 1 tap. She messaged patrol, silent approach, no lights, 2 blocks out. "Sir, do you hear him moving?" 2 taps. Then another voice came through, faint and distorted, calm, deliberate, almost identical to the first. "Stay under the table. Do not send a car yet. He'll see it." Maya froze. "Sir, who is that?" The whisper returned, urgent now. "That's not me." The line cracked to static, footsteps, a door closing, then silence. The system beeped. Call ended. Maya stared at the number on her screen. Same digits, same name. The phone rang again. This time when she answered, the whisper spoke first. "He called you first. Now he's calling me."
The call log replayed on the screen, but the trace data made no sense. 2 signals, 1 phone number, 2 separate transmission paths. Dispatcher Maya Ortiz leaned back in her chair, the headset still around her neck. The room felt colder than usual, the fluorescent lights too harsh. Her supervisor, Alan Briggs, hovered behind her shoulder. "You sure this wasn't feedback?" he asked. Maya shook her head. "You heard it. The same voice talking to itself. The trace jumped locations twice. That's not feedback." Briggs rubbed his jaw. "It's late. Could be a spoofed call. Some prank using clone numbers." "Pranks don't whisper about intruders," Maya said. She scrolled through the system data again. The caller ID showed a landline registered to Daniel Heller, Holland Street. The address field, however, was blank, replaced by 3 words. Signal reversed. Source unknown. At 2:29 a.m., patrol units reached Holland Street. The house was dark. No movement. The front door was locked. Maya watched the live dispatch feed as the officers checked the perimeter. 1 unit radioed in. "Control, we've got a light on in the kitchen. Looks recent. No one answering." Briggs nodded to her. "Patch them through." "Unit 3-1, this is dispatch. We received a distress call from this address about 15 minutes ago. Caller identified as Daniel Heller. Proceed with caution." A pause crackled over the radio. Then the officer replied, "Copy that. Entering side door." Maya's eyes stayed on the feed. The microphone picked up faint creaks of floorboards, drawers opening, then silence. "Dispatch," the officer said finally. "We've cleared the ground floor. No sign of a suspect. There's a phone off the hook in the kitchen. No one home." Briggs exhaled. "So he got out." Maya muted her headset. Or someone took him. The line from the house remained open for another 5 minutes, transmitting only background noise, the faint ticking of a wall clock. When the audio ended, the time read 2:37 a.m. Maya reopened the caller record. The system now showed 2 completed connections. Call 1, 02-1406, origin, Heller residence. Call 2, 02-1406, origin, dispatch center. Her pulse quickened. "Alan, look at this," she said. "The second call came from here, from my console." Briggs frowned. "That's impossible." "Not if someone mirrored the line." He turned toward her, expression tightening. "You think he was never at home?" "I think," she said quietly, "whoever made that second voice knew exactly what I was hearing and wanted me to believe it came from him." The supervisor straightened. "You're saying someone spoofed our system from inside?" Before she could answer, her screen flickered. A new message appeared in the call log. No sound, no incoming number, just 6 words, typed in plain text. "He's not the one calling." The timestamp beside it read 02-1406, the exact second the first call began.
The department's tech division pulled the recordings at noon. The lead technician, Aaron Voss, met Maya in the narrow operations hallway, holding a flash drive and a tired expression. "We cleaned the audio," Aaron said. "You should hear this." They sat in an empty briefing room. The file opened with static, then the man's trembling whisper, "He's already in the house." Maya's skin prickled. She remembered every pause, every breath. But the next part made her sit forward. After the phrase, "Do not send a car yet," there was a faint echo, not feedback, but a split-second duplicate of the same voice, repeating the same line. "It's layered," Aaron said. 2 transmissions, milliseconds apart. One from the Heller residence landline, the other from here. "From dispatch?" Maya asked. Aaron nodded. "Your console." "That's impossible." "We checked the logs. Both connections are tagged under your ID." Maya leaned closer. "You're saying my line called itself?" Aaron's silence said enough. She clicked ahead to the part where the second voice mimicked Heller's words. Slowed down, the pitch was identical. Not similar, not a recording, identical. "It's not him echoing," Aaron said quietly. "It's the system repeating him." Maya frowned. "Like someone recorded and replayed it?" Aaron hesitated. "Not recorded, generated." Maya rubbed her temples. "Could someone inside do that?" "Maybe," Aaron said. "But look at this." She turned her laptop around. The call trace listed 2 locations, Heller's house and Dispatch Center 4. Both timestamps read 2:14:06 a.m., same second. Maya stared at the screen. So which one was real? Aaron hesitated. "That's what worries me. Both were." Briggs entered the room mid-conversation, looking more awake than he had any right to be. "We got prints from the Heller phone. One set belongs to Daniel. The other doesn't match anyone." Maya met his eyes. "So he wasn't alone." Briggs exhaled. "Maybe not, but whoever was there, they knew what they were doing. The phone line was manually rerouted before the call. Someone patched in from another source." "Rerouted how?" "Through an internal network," he said. "Ours." I felt my pulse climb. You mean someone used a dispatch console to connect to his line? Briggs nodded. A console with your login credentials. Aaron turned to Maya, startled. That's not possible. She was on duty. I swallowed hard. I was right here when it happened. Briggs crossed his arms. Then you better tell me why the system says you were at two places at once. The room fell silent. Maya stared at the waveform on the laptop, the twin voices speaking over each other, one from a terrified man hiding under a table, the other, her console, repeating him with perfect precision. Whatever had happened that night wasn't random. Someone had turned her connection into a weapon. And whoever was on the other end wasn't finished yet. Because at that exact moment, in the dispatch center outside the room, one of the consoles lit up. Line 21406, flashing incoming call. Daniel Heller. The emergency board lit up again, one red line flashing against the dim light of the dispatch center. Maya Ortiz froze when she saw the number. It was the same caller, Daniel Heller. Aaron looked up from her laptop. That can't be real. Briggs leaned forward. Nobody answer it yet. The connection indicator began to climb. The call was active. Someone or something was on the other end. Maya's instinct took over. She slipped on her headset and pressed the answer key. 911, this is Dispatcher Ortiz. The line hissed softly. For a few seconds, nothing but a faint electrical hum, like power lines swaying in wind. Then a man's voice came through, quiet and steady. I told you not to send a car. Briggs gestured for the recording unit. Aaron started tracing the line on her monitor. Maya's heart pounded. Daniel, is that you? Are you safe? He's gone. Who's gone? The man under the table. Aaron's screen pulsed with data. Maya, this call isn't from Holland Street anymore. It's coming from a cell tower near us, maybe a block away. Maya leaned closer to the mic. Daniel, where are you right now? The voice returned, lower now, trembling slightly. I hear him again. He's saying what I say. The channel split into two identical voices, one slightly delayed, like an echo chasing itself. He's saying what I say. He's saying what I say. Maya hit mute. Aaron, stop the feed. Aaron's fingers flew across the keyboard. It's not playback. We're getting a live transmission from two separate sources. Briggs frowned. Two sources? Both are registered as dispatch lines, Aaron said. One of them is your console, Maya. The other, it's coming from the basement level. They moved fast. Briggs led, Maya close behind, Aaron trailing with a portable monitor showing both signals still active. The air in the stairwell felt colder, the hum growing louder as they descended. At the far end of the basement corridor, one of the old dispatch consoles was powered on. Its screen shimmered in green text. The headset rested on the desk, mic light blinking. Briggs pointed. That's the signal source. Maya reached out and pressed the mute control. The sound cut off instantly. For a heartbeat, everything was still. Then the monitor flashed. New text appeared across the screen, white letters scrolling slowly. Connection reestablished. Operator ID M. Ortiz. Maya stared. That's my ID code. Briggs looked at her sharply. You're not logged in anywhere else. Before she could answer, the console speaker clicked on and a calm, professional voice filled the room. It was her own voice. 911, this is Dispatcher Ortiz.
The sound of her own voice filled the basement, smooth, calm, professional. 911, what is your emergency? Every person in the room froze. Maya stepped back from the console. "That's not me," she said quietly. Briggs stared at the speaker. "Then who is it?" Aaron's laptop beeped. "It's broadcasting live through the building's internal line. There's no external signal anymore. This is coming from inside the dispatch system itself." The recorded version of Maya spoke again, the exact same words she had said during the first Heller call. "Back door, kitchen light. Do not send a car yet. He'll see it." Briggs cursed under his breath. "It's replaying the call." Aaron shook her head. "No, sir. It's predicting the next line. Look, it's 3 seconds ahead of the log file." Maya's pulse thudded in her ears. She stepped toward the console, staring at her mirrored voice pattern pulsing on the display. "Can it hear us?" As if in answer, the system lights brightened slightly. Briggs barked, "Unplug it." Aaron hesitated. "If we cut the power mid-process, we might lose—" "Do it!" She yanked the power cord. The screen went black. The speaker fell silent. For a few seconds, the only sound was the distant hum of air vents. Then, from somewhere down the hallway, another console came online with a click. Its display glowed the same green. Maya turned. "There's another one?" Aaron swallowed hard. "That's line D3. It's connected to the recording server." They walked toward it slowly. The screen showed a queue of audio files, all labeled with timestamps from the night before. The newest entry was still being written. File, Heller case ongoing. Below it, a progress bar inched forward, not labeled as recording, but transcribing. Briggs frowned. Transcribing what? Aaron scrolled down. The text filled the lower half of the screen. 2:14 a.m. He's already in the house. 2:15 a.m. Back door, kitchen light. Do not send a car yet. He'll see it. 2:16 a.m. He's saying what I say. The entries ended there, until new words began typing themselves, one letter at a time. 2:17 a.m. They're in the basement now. Maya's heart stopped. That's... Before she finished, the next line appeared. 2:18 a.m. One of them just looked up. Everyone turned instinctively toward the ceiling vents. A soft rhythmic clicking echoed from inside the ducts, like fingertips brushing metal. Briggs reached for his radio. "Maintenance, I need—" He never finished the sentence. The power flickered once. The monitors went dark. When the lights came back, the console screen showed a single new entry. 2:19 a.m. Call ended. Briggs exhaled slowly. "We're done here." But as they climbed back upstairs, Maya glanced at her headset display. The last active connection still read ongoing, and under caller ID, the system had replaced the name Daniel Heller with a new one. Operator, Maya Ortiz.
The next morning, the dispatch center looked ordinary again. Phones ringing, coffee brewing, the low hum of routine. But nothing about it felt normal to Maya Ortiz. She hadn't slept. The image of that screen in the basement, her own name replacing Daniel Heller's, wouldn't leave her mind. Her supervisor, Briggs, called her into his office. His tie was loose, his face pale. "Sit down," he said. Maya sat. "We're locking down the system," he said. "Tech is running a full security audit. Whatever happened last night won't happen again." "It wasn't just a glitch," Maya said. "That line in the transcript, it knew where we were." Briggs rubbed his temples. "I'm not saying it was nothing. I'm saying we need proof before this spreads any further. The department's already nervous about the Heller case." Maya leaned forward. "Did they find him?" Briggs hesitated. "No, the house is empty. No sign of forced entry, no blood, nothing. But the neighbors, they reported hearing a phone ring for almost an hour. No one picked up." Maya's fingers tapped against the desk. "The call kept looping." Briggs nodded. "That's what it looks like. A feedback loop between our servers and his landline. Aaron's been analyzing the signal." As if on cue, Erin Voss appeared at the door, laptop tucked under her arm. "You'll want to see this." She set the laptop on the desk and pressed play. The recording began with the familiar static, then Daniel Heller's voice. "He's already in the house." But this time, Maya heard something underneath, a faint whisper layered beneath the main voice. Erin boosted the frequency. The background murmur resolved into words. "Operator ID confirmed. Maya Ortiz connected." Briggs straightened. "That's a system prompt." "No," Erin said. "The system didn't record this. It received it." Maya stared at the screen. "From who?" Erin scrolled through the signal metadata. "It's not external. It's coming from a console that's been inactive since the last building update. Station 1, the original dispatcher terminal before this facility was automated." Briggs frowned. "That's impossible. That console was removed years ago." Erin turned the laptop toward him. "Not removed, just disconnected. It's still physically in the old North Wing." Briggs looked at Maya. "You're not going near it." She didn't answer. By late afternoon, the security team sealed off the lower levels for inspection, but Maya stayed behind in the main operations room, her headset resting beside her. She opened the system directory and scrolled through the operator list. Most names were familiar, active employees. At the very bottom was one she'd never seen before. Operator 001, D. Heller. She stared at it for a long moment. Then, slowly the line next to it changed from inactive to online. The headset on her desk clicked twice. 911, what is your emergency?
The headset lay motionless on Maya's desk, the red light glowing faintly. She didn't touch it. Her screen showed a single active connection. Operator 001, online. She whispered to herself, "That's not possible." Across the room, most of the dispatchers had gone home. Only the hum of electronics filled the air. She watched the timer climb higher. Someone, or something, was holding the line open. Then, through the headset speaker, her own voice spoke again, clear and measured. "This line is active. Please confirm location." Maya took a step back. "Who's there?" "Operator 001, the voice replied. "You requested assistance." "I didn't request anything," she said. "Record shows you initiated contact." Her cursor blinked on the screen, as if waiting for her to type. She didn't move. Erin appeared at the doorway, carrying a coffee she hadn't touched. "You're still here? Briggs is losing it upstairs." Maya motioned her closer. "Listen." Erin's brow furrowed as the voice came again, perfectly calm, perfectly human. "Operator Ortiz, please verify signal origin." Erin set the cup down. "That's the system's auto voice, right?" "No, it's not a recording." The voice continued, a tone too deliberate to be automated. "Trace confirmed. Operator 001, located at Dispatch Center North Wing. Awaiting partner response." Erin blinked. North Wing? That's where the old console is. Without another word, Maya grabbed her keycard and started for the hallway. "Hold on," Erin said, following her. "Briggs is losing it upstairs." Maya replied, "Then he shouldn't have left the door unlocked." They moved through the darkened corridors, their footsteps echoing against concrete. The air felt different here, heavier, stale, like a room closed for too many years. At the end of the hall stood a single door marked Control Room, decommissioned. A faint light glowed underneath. Maya swiped her keycard. The lock clicked open. The old dispatch room was small, lined with outdated equipment. In the center sat a single operating console, its display alive, even though the power breakers were off. The screen flickered with green text. Active session. Operator 001. Linked operator M. Ortiz. Aaron whispered, "How's that running? There's no power feed." Maya stepped closer. Her name pulsed once on the display, then froze. From the headset resting on the console, a voice spoke, deeper now, but unmistakably familiar. "I told you not to send a car." Maya's chest tightened. "Daniel Heller." The voice exhaled softly, almost like a sigh. "We keep answering." "Where are you?" she asked. "Still on the line." The timer on the screen began to count upward again. The light from the monitor dimmed and shifted, showing a fake reflection of a man sitting across the console, motionless, eyes unfocused, as though waiting for her next question. Aaron took a slow step backward. "Maya, we should go." But Maya couldn't look away. "Daniel," she said quietly. "Who keeps calling?" The figure on the screen blinked once, then faintly, he smiled. "You do."
For a moment, neither woman spoke. The glow from the old monitor painted the room in shades of green, the air thick with the buzz of outdated circuits. Maya Ortiz stepped closer. The figure on the screen didn't move, but the faint outline of Daniel Heller's face was there, pale, tired, as though the image was trapped halfway between a video feed and a photograph. "Daniel," Maya said softly, "this isn't possible. You're supposed to be missing." The voice came again, perfectly clear. "Missing is just when the call never ends." Aaron's hands trembled around her flashlight. "Maya, this isn't live. It's a playback file. It has to be." The man's eyes shifted, as if following the sound of Aaron's voice. "Not playback, patch line." She turned toward Aaron. "Trace this now. See where it's pulling data from." Aaron set her laptop on the console and started scanning. "The signal's looping between here and the main server, but it's not logging time. It's like the system doesn't recognize it as an active call." "Then how is he talking to us?" Her cursor froze. "He's not." Maya looked back at the monitor. The reflection had changed. Daniel's face was gone. In its place was a live camera feed from the main dispatch room upstairs, empty, lights dimmed. Aaron leaned in. "That's live. That's our room." A single console was glowing in the dark, headset hanging from the side. The operator ID on the display read 00-2. Maya whispered, "There's another line." They turned as the speaker on the old console crackled. "Line connected. Do not send a car yet. He'll see it." Her stomach dropped. It was her own voice again, not a recording, but perfectly timed, perfectly alive. "Operator Ortiz, patch request accepted." Aaron's laptop beeped sharply. "The main server just opened a mirror call. It's connecting this console to—" She stopped mid-sentence, eyes widening. "It's connecting to your workstation." Maya's breath caught. "That's impossible. I shut it down." But upstairs, in the live feed, the headset on her desk lifted slightly, dangling mid-air, before settling back into place. Aaron backed toward the door. "Maya, we need to leave this room." Maya's gaze stayed locked on the monitor. "If we do, the connection stays open." The console's text began to scroll again, automatically. "Trace confirmed. Operator 001 online. Operator 002 linked. The screen pulsed once more, and the voice on the speaker whispered, low and calm. Now we're both on the line.
The air inside the old dispatch room felt electric, thick, buzzing, and wrong. Every console light blinked in rhythm, steady and slow, like a heartbeat the building shouldn't have. Maya Ortiz stared at the screen. Her own name flickered beside the ID tag 002, now listed as active. Across from her, the ghost line 001, Daniel Heller, pulsed back in response. Erin Voss stood by the door, clutching her laptop. It's syncing your console to his. If we kill the connection, the system might crash. Maya didn't answer. She was watching the waveform ripple across the monitor, her voice and Daniel's perfectly aligned. Daniel, what do you want from me? You called. I answered. I didn't call anyone. Dispatch always calls back. Erin muttered under her breath. This can't be happening. She pulled up a diagnostic overlay on her laptop. Maya, listen to me. The network thinks you're both logged in from the same console. There's no external number, no phone line. It's like the system built an internal feedback loop using your credentials. Maya turned toward her. Then cut my access. I tried. It keeps restoring you automatically. On the main screen, new text began appearing line by line. Session continuing. Operator 001 awaiting transmission. Operator 002 linked. Please speak. Maya leaned close to the microphone. Daniel, where are you? Still connected, he said softly. I keep telling them to hang up, but they never do. Who's they? Everyone who listens long enough. Erin pointed at the log feed. Look, it's generating new audio entries as we talk. It's documenting this conversation in real time. The text continued typing even though neither of them were speaking now. Operator 002 steps closer to console. Heartbeat elevated. Signal steady. Maya backed away. It's writing what we're doing. Because it's still recording. Erin's laptop emitted a warning tone. We're losing control of the session. It's pushing commands into the network core. Shut it down, Maya said. Erin typed fast, disabling ports, rerouting circuits. Almost there. The lights flickered once, then twice, and every monitor in the building came online at once, flooding the room with white light. On each screen, a single sentence appeared in block text. Dispatch link complete. The console speaker hissed, and Daniel's voice returned. Calm, almost relieved. Do you hear it now? Maya hesitated. Hear what? The second line. The hum began again, low, vibrating through the floor, through the air vents, through the walls. Erin looked at her monitor, eyes wide. Maya, the system's showing 2 operators logged in, but both IDs are yours. Maya turned back to the glowing console. Her own reflection shimmered faintly on the glass, doubled, 2 silhouettes, perfectly aligned. And from the speaker came her own voice, whispering back. 911, what is your emergency? The lights in the old control room dimmed until only the monitors glowed. The hum beneath the floor rose and fell, steady as breathing. Maya Ortiz stood perfectly still, staring at the console that now displayed her name twice. Operator 001, D. Heller, connected. Operator 002, M. Ortiz, connected. Operator 002, M. Ortiz, connected. 2 identical entries.
Aaron Voss whispered, "It's duplicating you." Maya didn't move. "No, it's copying my signal, the same way it copied Heller's." The waveform pulsed again, her voice repeating through the speaker, soft, calm, professional. 911, what is your emergency? Briggs's voice suddenly came through Maya's radio upstairs. "Ortiz, report in. Why is the North Wing online? We're seeing your ID twice in the logs." Maya pressed transmit. "We found the original console. It's—" Her radio cut out, replaced by static. Then, over the static, her own voice replied through the channel. "We found the original console. It's—" Briggs shouted, "Ortiz, are you playing recordings?" "I'm not," she said. The console lights began flashing in sequence, each beep matching her heartbeat. On the main screen, new text scrolled rapidly. M. Ortiz confirmed. Signal stable. Sync in progress. Duration, 14 minutes. Primary operator, unassigned. Aaron took a step backward. "Maya, it's overwriting your ID into the system root. Once it finishes, you won't be able to disconnect." "Pull the breakers," she said. "I can't," Aaron answered. "The main feed is remote locked." Maya leaned toward the mic, voice steady. "Daniel, if you can hear me, stop the transfer." "I told them to stop calling," he said, almost gentle. "They never listen." "Where are you?" she asked. "In the loop. You'll understand." The screen brightened suddenly, washing the room in pale blue light. A new line appeared. "Transfer complete." Every monitor in the dispatch building went dark. The hum cut out. Then the emergency line phones upstairs all began to ring at once. Hundreds of them, perfectly synchronized. Briggs's voice shouted over the intercom, "All lines incoming, no source ID." Aaron and Maya stared at the console. Its display now showed a single field. Active operator, M. Ortiz. Only one. Aaron whispered, "It's deleted him." Maya shook her head slowly. "No, it's replaced him." The speaker clicked one final time. Her own voice came through, calm and clear. 911, this line is secure. Daniel Heller, no longer active. The monitors blinked once more and went dark completely. Upstairs, every phone fell silent at the same moment. When the technicians rebooted the system an hour later, all operator profiles loaded normally, except one. Operator 002, M. Ortiz. Status, active. Console location, unknown.